Hello. I would like to answer some frequently asked questions that people have when they're considering doing a CellCore protocol in hopes that it will help you if you're considering it. A lot of people ask me if they need to change their diet when taking CellCore supplements, and you don't. You can continue with your diet. If it's working for you, that's great. If your diet's not working for you, or there might be something more supportive, you can change it. I will say that when I went through the comprehensive protocol, when I was really in the thick of releasing parasites, I had a lot of cravings. I've always craved sugar and like starchy things, and so that really amped up when I was releasing the parasites, because it's almost like you give the like you're taking medicine to kill the parasites, and so they were kind of like, it's like poking the bear a little bit. So it's like I took some, and then sometimes I would feel like a bunch of cravings, like the parasites were like, give me ice cream. And then I did give into the cravings, no judgment there. I did have ice cream, and then had the ice cream and then took the pills to kill them. And then a lot of times after I'd have a big day of craving, I would release a ton of parasites, or like really big parasites. So my awareness and suspicion around that was that the parasites were causing the cravings, and then giving myself that food actually like drew them out more, and then I killed them. That is not to say that you should go around eating ice cream. You have to do what's best for you. But if you're having cravings, if you're going through it and having cravings, I just want to say you're not alone, and you get to choose what you do with that. You could choose to give into the cravings, or you could choose to not. And there's not a right or wrong. Everybody's different, and what you choose to do is up to you. So cravings are a thing. Some people do experience nausea. There are so many side effects. I wouldn't say side effects, actually. I would say there's so many things that can come up with taking CellCore, because it brings to the surface these things that are underlying a lot of conditions and symptoms in your life. So, for example, I've had cravings my whole life. So, killing the parasites brought up those cravings. I've had a lot of neck pain and headaches and tension in my life. And so while I was going through the process of detoxing all of that, that came to the surface. Or like if nausea is a thing, I did have some nausea come up. It lasted for maybe a day or two and then resolved. So the thing with CellCore is, if you have something come up in your world while you're taking it and it's uncomfortable, usually it will go away in 1 or 2 days. It's kind of like as you're clearing something. And it also can be a sign to you that things might need to be adjusted. So that's the main reason why you can't just go to CellCore's website and purchase their products, because they're very potent. And so they want you to have someone to go to be like, hey, this is happening, what should I do? They want you to have a point person. And so I could be that point person if you want, or you may have a point person. And so if you have a CellCore provider, they're the ones that help you discuss dosing, and maybe do you need to add a product or take away a product, or modify something in some way. And I see these protocols, like they're laid out very intentionally, with first clearing drainage, and then you're going in and clearing parasites, and then you're looking at parasites throughout the body, and you're doing the immune system. The order of it is very intentional, and the protocols are not meant to be one size fit all. You're meant to adjust the dosing with the help of a provider. And it's like this dance that I feel like is when people get the best results, is when, they're like, okay, well, this is causing me a lot of this symptom, and so, okay, let's back down the dosage and then work back up slowly, or let's start with one product at a time and then add more, or let's increase the dose. Sometimes there will be something within you, whether it's a parasite or something, that it's almost like you have to get to a certain level. It's like maybe you're feeling like some detox reactions, and sometimes you have to get to like a certain level of the product to kind of get over the hump to then release it. So sometimes it will be beneficial for you around a full moon, for example, to slowly increase the products for a short period of time or a long period of time. But it is so customized to each person that's, I think, how it's done in a really supportive way, because you can then tune into your own body, or I can help you tune into your body. You can tune into your own knowing of what your body needs, because it might need less than the standard dose and it might need more than the standard dose. I've seen really amazing success with people taking way more and people taking way less. So it's not a right or wrong, and it's not that you're not going to get there. If you're taking, the standard dose, you'll get there, maybe in this amount of time. Some people might need more time to get there. They just are going a little slower. So another question that I get is, can I still take my other supplements? So yes, you can. They recommend taking CellCore 2 hours away from any other medication, and I would say supplements as well. A lot of people choose not to take their supplements because they want to see how they feel and what their body's doing just on CellCore. Some of the CellCore products have a lot of minerals in them, and sometimes when you detox and you're releasing things that are no longer serving you, you don't have a need for as many supplements, but it's totally up to you. You totally can keep taking your supplements. A lot of people ask if parasites are dead when they come out, and yes, they are. And that's a big sticking point for people, is it's like, ew, yeah, it's totally gross. Ew, I was freaking out. I was like shaking because I didn't have anyone to call. I was like, oh my God, it was gross. But after the first time, a parasite, and then I was like into it, and I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, I want to know more. I want to see them. People have total reactions. You can just flush and you don't have to look. People want to look sometimes. But yeah, it's gross. Ew. But that's the gig. A lot of people have a question on if they should do the 4-month protocol or the 9-month protocol. So the 4-month is foundational protocol. The 9-month is the comprehensive protocol. And my answer is, let's ask your body. And you don't have to decide at the beginning which one you're going to do. The first month is the same for each of them. So that's a great place to start. It's called the Jumpstart Kit, is the same thing as phase 1, is the same thing as step 1. And yeah, they're all the same price, all the same products. I like to order 1 or 2 months at a time, because then you can, instead of buying the whole protocol at once, because then you can like ask your body, okay, well, maybe we need to add this in the next phase, or maybe we need to do this. And then you can kind of make those adjustments. And there is no cost savings to ordering it all at once versus individually. So I like to do that. If you order 2 months at a time, it's usually free shipping, depending on what you're getting. And the protocols are designed to be modified. So if you have, like, say, a blood sugar problem, or if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, or a lot of fluid, excess fluid, or swelling, there are add-on products that you can do to add on to the base protocol. And sometimes we'll recommend that later. In general, the 4-month protocol is for people who are in pretty good general health, and they're wanting to kind of just elevate that and do a lot of good prevention and releasing. It will totally release parasites. It will totally detox you. It's a great place to start. The comprehensive protocol it goes a little bit deeper. It has the same products as the foundational, but a lot of times it'll have 1 extra product per month, because it just goes a little bit deeper, and then you repeat months. And that's why I say that you can kind of combine them. So I have some people who were intending to do the 4-month foundational, but at the end of month 2, when they're releasing parasites, they're like, Danielle, there's still a ton of parasites coming out. So then they choose to repeat that month to kind of continue with those products to kind of get more of the parasites out, and then they move on. Or you can kind of go back and forth. That's why it's this beautiful dance, and it's just so customizable for you, which is really nice. And I also love to incorporate energy work into the protocol. There's so many other ways that you can support your body while you're doing CellCore. You can do body work, you can get lymphatic massage, you can get visceral manipulation, you could do castor oil packs on your liver to help with that drainage, you could do saunas, cold plunges, you could use things on your skin to support your skin. So there's just so many options to support your body while you're going through it. That's all the questions that are coming to mind right now. If you have any specific questions about CellCore or starting a CellCore protocol or what that entails, let me know, and I would love to answer it. I love talking about parasites and CellCore and all of that stuff. So I'm here if you need me. Bye.